Do you like sweet potatoes, but you'd like more ways to use them? Well, stick around because today I'm going to show you how to use them for breakfast, dinner, and even dessert. Greetings and welcome to or welcome back to PB with Jay. Here on the channel, we focus on all things plant-based goodness. And today I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey through the love of sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are ridiculously good for you. They are packed with antioxidants. They have tons of vitamin A, vitamin C. And if you are eating sweet potatoes, I highly recommend leaving the skin on because if you remove it, you actually lose like 64% of the fiber. That's a lot of fiber to leave behind. So the first thing we're gonna do is make breakfast with it. I got up early this morning and before my workout, I put a sweet potato in the oven. I just poked a couple holes in it, put it on some parchment paper and baked it at 425 for 50 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes depending on your oven temperature. You know how I mean? Like some ovens just cook longer. I haven't had my coffee yet. Please be gentle. So once that's done, we're gonna take it out, let it cool down a little bit, cut it in half, and then you're gonna put it into, if you have like one of those wide base bowls, that's kind of perfect. We'll basically make like a breakfast bowl out of this. So cut it in half, we're gonna start mashing it up with a fork, and we're gonna sprinkle it with some cinnamon and just mix it all around. And like I said earlier about the skins, you could take them out if you want to just have like a sweet potato mash, but the skins, I like the little crispiness of it. I like the taste and the texture, and they're really, really good for you. I would highly recommend leaving them in. So we're gonna put the mash back on top of the skins. Then we're gonna top them with berries. If you wanna put some flaxseed on, some hemp seeds. And here's where you wanna drizzle it with a little bit of tahini. Put some berries in there. I'm gonna top mine with some slices of banana as well as some granola. And that's that. This is so easily customizable. If you want a lighter breakfast, don't put the granola on. I just did yoga, so I wanna have a little bit of extra oomph to my breakfast. There's so many other ways you can eat this too. If you wanna like dice up some apple and put a little bit of nutmeg or some like pumpkin spices, warming spices on top of it, that's delicious too. If you want to drizzle a little bit of maple syrup on, go for it. If you don't have granola and you don't want to use granola, some chopped up nuts would be totally fine and delicious. Some cranberries, you do you, whatever you got. The other thing you can do is if you just have leftover sweet potatoes in the fridge, like a sweet potato mash, or if you cooked more than you needed for a dinner, you could just heat it up in the microwave or eat it cold, that's fine too, because potatoes cold is actually really, really good for you because you get that resistant starch going on. It's actually supposed to keep you full longer. So for dinner, we're gonna have a chickpea and veggie soup featuring sweet potatoes. This one you could easily make on the stovetop if you wanted to, but I'm gonna do it in the Instant Pot tonight. So I'm gonna start off by sauteing my onion along with celery and carrots. And then once that's going for like a couple minutes, we're gonna throw in the garlic. And just to sweat them down a little bit, and then we're gonna add in our spices and our bay leaf, just to kind of open them up, get the aromatics going a little bit, before we dump pretty much everything else inside except for the spinach and the balsamic vinegar. Make sure before you put your quinoa in, you rinse it out first. It just gives it less of like a, I don't know, how would you describe it? Like a quinoa-y flavor? Quinoa! A nutty flavor, it just kind of reduces it a little bit. If you don't have crushed tomatoes, you can just do what I'm doing here, which is I'm just taking my immersion blender and blending them up, crushing them up. You can do it in your blender if you want. I just do it like this over the pot, and if it's splashed over, it goes in the pot. I don't care. Super simple. So we're gonna cook that in the Instant Pot for like 3 minutes and then let it sit for a little bit longer. And then we're gonna add in the spinach and the balsamic vinegar. And if you want to blend it up a little bit with your immersion blender, you can, if it's not the right thickness. If you're doing this on a stove top, I would do it for like 25 to 30 minutes, just until your sweet potatoes are nice and cooked through. And if you want to serve this with a little bit of lemon to brighten it up at the end, go for it. Other things you could do, I'm using regular paprika here. You could use smoked paprika. And if you want to spice it up any other way, go for it. This should serve like 6 to 8 soup portions and it should store in your fridge for at least a week, but it also freezes beautifully. Just interrupting our ode to the sweet potato for one brief moment to give an ode to our sponsor for this video, Complement. Complement is a supplement company that prides itself on not really supplementing, but more complementing your diet. And what I particularly love about them and their range of products, they have everything from creatine, various protein powders. They have a daily essential supplement that is literally engineered for plant-based diets. What I love about this company is that all of their ingredients are clean, their products are third-party tested, their packaging is compostable. And what I love even more is that they love our audience so much that they want to give you 15% off by using our discount code down below. And you can order their products using the QR code on the screen. The one that's on there will take you to, I believe, their protein powder, but you can use that to get to anywhere on the site. I know the new nutritional guidelines in the United States just came out and they're really pumping out protein. So if you're looking for a healthy way to add some more protein to your diet, using their products inside of smoothies, I've even snuck some into soups, is a really, really great way to do it. So thank you, Compliment, for supporting this video. Now back to the sweet potatoes. And for our final ode to the sweet potato dish, we're gonna have some sweet potato chocolate pudding. This one's really, really easy. The most important thing is just that you've got to cut up your sweet potato in advance. I recommend peeling it as well. I often leave the peel on in recipes, but for a pudding, you might wanna take it off. Cut it into more or less even shapes so that it cooks through at the same time. We're just gonna put it into a pot on the stove with a little bit of water, and we're just gonna steam that for like 10 to 15 minutes until it's really, really softened to the touch, and it's basically, it'll smush in your hands. Let it cool for a few minutes, and then we're gonna add that along with everything else into the blender and whir it up until it's nice and thick and creamy. You can put that into individual ramekins if you want. I'm just putting it into an old yogurt container. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it cool and thicken for an hour. And then this is the kind of thing that you could serve just on its own. You could put a little bit of granola with it. I've got some fresh raspberries I'm gonna throw on top. This is also one of those things that even though I'm throwing it out as like a dessert, you could have this for breakfast. It's healthy enough. It's got kind of like a caramely, chocolatey vibe flavor because of the dates. If you want to add more dates, if this isn't sweet enough for you, go for it. But this is kind of like a nice, healthy balance that still has a nice earthiness. It doesn't not taste like sweet potato, but it does it in a really nice way. If you've ever had sweet potato pie, you're gonna be just fine. The other way you could enjoy this pudding is by putting it into like some kind of popsicle mold. And you're gonna have it like you can have like a fudgesicle.
Oh, Jello pudding pops, remember those?
I'm stopping myself from doing an impression that nobody wants to hear. With the pudding and the pop. Let us know if you make this and what you would put on your toppings. Thank you for joining us for this sweet potato extravaganza. Let me know in the comments down below if you've got an ingredient you want me to do a whole video around, including in various different kind of recipes, and I will consider it. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so to let YouTube know to share this with other people. Hit subscribe for more videos like this. And since you're still listening to me blabber and blabber and blabber and blabber, maybe this video has got you all interested because YouTube picked it for you, just for you, because that's how they roll.